evening. Welcome to This Is Exclusive. Viewers, our top focus is going to be on the global focus on Hindu phobia. Now Donald Trump says if elected to power, he's going to try and ensure the persecution of Hindus in Bangladesh and in other places is looked at and is stopped. He's also said wonderful words about our Prime Minister Narendra Modi. First up, a look at our top headlines. Donald Trump condemns violence against Hindu minorities in Bangladesh, says attack by mobs have led to complete chaos in the country. Mallikarjun Kharge issues warning to the Congress amid upcoming polls, says giving freebie guarantee within the budget. After threat, Fadnavis gets security upgrade, security heightened outside his residence. UBT Sena MP faces flack over misogynistic remark, called China NC quote-unquote imported mal. FIR is now registered in the case. Ajit Pawar remains adamant on supporting D-linked Neta, says by November 4th there will be more clarity on the candidacy. And 16-year-old boy is injured after kicking a stray bomb in Kolkata. Officials are probing the matter. Viewers, our top focus. Former US President Donald Trump strongly condemns the ongoing violent attacks on minority communities in Bangladesh. In a bold post on X, he has now delivered a fierce statement. He addresses what he calls the barbaric violence targeting Hindus, Christians and others who he says relentlessly have been attacked and looted. What he's highlighting is total chaos, but what's also very important in this is he's vowed that if he's returning, he will prioritize action to counter such brutal attack on minorities. He's also at this time underscoring his commitment, and this is extremely important, viewers, to Prime Minister Narendra Modi, calling him a good friend. He hints at his vision for a US-India partnership that will counteract instability in South Asia, implying stronger bilateral ties that will play a crucial role in protecting minority rights. This is an assertive tone Trump is taking. It's a message that is going to be showing that he's denouncing violence and also calling for global awareness on the Hindus' persecution. And there's breaking news that's coming in as we are speaking. We're also now being told that the people of Hindu society will be holding a big demonstration in the capital in Bangladesh. They will be demonstrating in Dhaka regarding their 8-point demands. The demonstration will be held at 3 p.m. in Dhaka Central Shahid Park. And these are 8 demands that are calling for rehabilitation, compensation, minority protection in Bangladesh, upgrading Hindu Welfare Trust to Hindu Foundation, Transfer of Property Act. Remember, viewers, Bangladeshi Hindus have also demanded the construction of places of worship, and they're also saying that there has to be modernization of Sanskrit and shift. All right, let me quickly go across to our guests who are joining us live on the story. We have with us Mohammad Ibrahim Mojid live from Dhaka on the story. We also have Radharaman Das, VP Kolkata ISKCON. And I want to first, before I do anything, come across to you, Mohammad Ibrahim Mojid, who you're joining us live from Dhaka. We were just giving out that breaking news that there is a proper condemnation that is going on about the way the Hindus have been persecuted and how they need to be treated. This has become a global focus. We are seeing the former president of United States, Trump, now speaking about it. What are the 8-point demands that are being made, and what is the current situation in Bangladesh like for Hindus?
So 8 points demands, they started making it a couple of months ago when on August 5, Hasina stepped down and the Yunus government started the interim government. So since then, we have seen many attacks on minorities here in the country. I have covered some of the protests, what's going on in Dhaka. I went to several temples, and so the situation is a mixed situation here, and we're seeing that some of the Hindu families were attacked because they were affiliated with the previous Awami League government, and some of them were attacked because of the extremism. That's what I can refer.
All right. I also want to get in a sense about how Radha Das, the ISKCON, is also supporting and encouraging what Donald Trump has said. Take us through what really is the encouragement that is now being given, because it's very clear that Trump is showing himself as someone who's going to ensure that India is also put, and the bilateral ties that we have with US are also put on a front burner.
This is a question to me?
Yes, it is, sir.
Yeah, actually, we are very grateful to Donald Trump that he has spoken. We are seeing that for last 85, 90 days, the cycle of violence is continuing in Bangladesh. We saw that there are more than 2,000 reported incidents of attack on Hindu minorities in Bangladesh. I was just reading one report from Bangladesh Mahila Commission, and they said that in October alone, 44 women were raped, and around of which 30 women were, they were less than 18 years old. So we are seeing that this is happening, going on non-stop, and the minorities are pushed to the wall. We also saw that Hindus are protesting. They have to come on the street. We saw a few last week, I think, 2 lakh people. They protested on the streets. And there is a great fear and concern amongst the minorities of Bangladesh that what will happen to them. But they were very shocked that no world leader came and spoke in support of him. So yesterday's Donald Trump's statement, powerful statement, is like a straw, is like a ray of hope that world has not forgotten them, and they are very hopeful now that world will recognize what is happening to them, and they will speak for Bangladeshi Hindus.
Truly, that's true. Now, I also want to once again go back to Dhaka, where Mohammed Ibrahim Mojid is also joining us from. What is the sense you're also getting as flags are there that are threatening Hindus, that are calling attacks on Hindus across Bangladesh? Now, we're also seeing that Donald Trump has slammed the total state of chaos also in Bangladesh. What is the sense you are picking up on the movement forward, the way forward?
So there are 2 separate motivations of the status, as I can make myself out. First thing is Donald Trump is on the Republican side of this election, this very important election, and the current chief advisor, Dr. Yunus, he is very close with the other side. He's a friend of Hillary Clinton, and he has very close links with Barack Obama and Kamala Harris, the Democrat candidate also. So that can be a motivation of that particular status, but it doesn't undermine that the facts that the Hindus or the other minorities are facing all over in Bangladesh. What I can see that especially in Dhaka, it's a bit less, but outside of Dhaka, maybe some incidents are also going unreported.
Yes, and I think that is the pity that's coming in. I also want to go to Radharaman Das. Radharaman Das, this is very clearly, it's a historic statement that Donald Trump has come out with. It's the first time a US president has spoken about the persecution of Hindu minorities.
Yes, Donald Trump is a kind person. 48 years back, when ISKCON was just starting in America. So in 1976, he was a 30-year-old business magnate. And that time when ISKCON devotees, they were trying to do first Rath Yatra in New York City. So they wanted a place where they can make chariots. So then devotees, they were going around and looking for the land, but nobody gave their land. So finally they found that one rail yard belonging to Trump. So they went to his office and met his secretary. So secretary told that, I don't think that Mr. Trump will be inclined to give this land for constructing chariots. But anyway, you write a letter, let me see. So devotees, they wrote a letter and gave some Mahaprasad. And after 3 days, the secretary called and she told that it is very surprising that Mr. Trump, while eating prasad, he read your letter and he said, why not? Let's give them the land, let them build the chariots. So in 2024, we saw that one assassination attempt was attempted on him in a place called Butler, Pennsylvania. So ISKCON founder, when he went to America for the first time, he was staying in Butler, Pennsylvania, very close to it. And when this attack happened on Mr. Trump, that time in India, everywhere we were celebrating Rath Yatra festival. So Trump has saved Rath Yatra 48 years back. And Lord Jagannath reciprocated by saving his life 48 years after. In the same place where ISKCON founder Acharya was just going, very nearby. And Trump also told that, this is God's intervention. So he's a nice person. You can see that although he was 30 years old, he helped religion, spiritual organization from East. So we are very, this is the connection, long back he has helped. Now he's helping, he's speaking for Bangladeshi Hindus, whom practically whole world has forgotten. So this is very sad. We saw that a few years back when Barack Obama, he was the
I think this is the first time.
This
is the first time that a US leader or any leader on a global stage has actually spoken about Hindus' persecution. I think it's wonderful that this encouragement and this step is being taken to ensure that the global focus on Hindu phobia is there. Donald Trump, 5 days before the results, speaks about this. Many talk about how this could be a political move, but largely it's a welcome move, even as he's talking about something that the entire global focus needs to be on. As I thank my guests for being with us, I also say let's listen in to this report that we've put together, really trying to understand the statement Donald Trump has made.
Just days ahead of the US polls, Republican presidential nominee Donald Trump has condemned the violence against Hindus and other religious minorities in Bangladesh. While addressing the plight of Bangladeshi Hindus, Trump also criticized the Democrats, linking their policies to the ongoing unrest. As Bangladesh remains in a state of chaos, Trump has directed blame towards US President Joe Biden and Vice President Kamala Harris for the violence against Hindus worldwide. Meanwhile, in 2019, during Trump's presidency, Bangladeshi Hindu woman Priya Saha had appealed to the then US President Donald Trump for justice for attacks on Hindus, and Trump had sent a team to Bangladesh to investigate the matter. After which, a sedition case was filed against her in Bangladesh. In July and August, violence erupted in Bangladesh, where members of the Hindu community were attacked and their properties were vandalized by mobs. This unrest was initially ignited by student protests over a controversial quota system, escalating into widespread anti-government demonstrations that ultimately led to the ousting of Bangladesh's Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina. However, violence against Hindus continued even after Hasina fled to India on August 5th. Meanwhile, The situation in Bangladesh continues to deteriorate as attackers set fire to the headquarters of a Bangladeshi party that had supported the ousted leader Sheikh Hasina. Remember, Chief Advisor to Bangladesh's interim government, Mohammad Yunus, questioned India's concern of the violent attacks on Hindus in the country, saying that the issue of attacks on minority Hindus has been quote-unquote exaggerated. And on the latest, the assailants stormed the party's headquarters, clashing with members inside and ultimately igniting the premises. During the attack, Hasnat Abdullah, a prominent leader of the student protest movement that contributed to Hasina's removal, asserted that the Jatiya party should be dismantled for its allegiance to her government.
Viewers, on This Is Exclusive, the other top focus, a shocking display of sexism, disrespect in Maharashtra politics ignites a firestorm. This time, Shiv Sena UBT leader Uddhav Thackeray's right-hand man, Arvind Sawant, sparks outrage with his extremely derogatory comment, patronizing comment, referring to former BJP leader Shaina NC as imported mal after her recent switch to Shiv Sena. The remark has unleashed a furious response. BJP leaders, supporters, women's group, all of them condemn the blatant insult. BJP workers across Maharashtra hit to the streets. They demand an apology. He remains unrepentant, dismissing Shaina's calls for an apology, even suggesting she's trying to create sympathy. However, this anger is there. The political stakes are high. Maharashtra's streets are now a battleground of protests and demands for accountability. The one question remains, will Uddhav stand by silently, or is he going to condemn the sexist slur? In a heated election season, will this incident be the breaking point? Stay tuned as we give you these details.
इंपोर्टेड माल नहीं चलता हमारे यहाँ ओरिजिनल माल चलता है। माफी मांगो, माफी मांगो, अरविंद सावंत माफी मांगो।
Shiv Sena UBT leader Arvind Sawant has ignited a storm of outrage after calling Shaina NC, former BJP leader who recently joined Shiv Sena, an imported mal. The distasteful remark has sparked fury within the BJP, with party leaders and supporters demanding a public apology. The backlash against Sawant's derogatory comment is growing by the minute across Maharashtra. BJP workers are taking to the streets, vocally condemning his blatant disrespect and sexism.
ये बहुत ही घिनौना स्टेटमेंट है और ये बहुत ही अपमानास्पद है। तो मुझे ऐसा लगता है अरविंद सावंत जी ने शाइना जी से माफी मांगनी चाहिए।
बहुत घिन आती है ये सोचकर भी कि खासदार के ओहदे पर रहने के बावजूद अगर आप महिलाओं के बारे में इस तरीके से बात करते हो तो बहुत घिन, मतलब उस आदमी को भी देखकर ना उनको आप जनाब करने की भी इच्छा नहीं होती है। आज लक्ष्मी पूजन है, आज हमारे संस्कृति के हिसाब से वैसे देखा गया तो महिलाओं को हम पूछते हैं, और अगर एक महिला के बारे में और वो भी इतने बड़े ओहदे के होने के बावजूद अगर उनको इतना गंदा और इतना अश्लील तरीके से कोई बोला जाता है तो बहुत गंदी चीज है ये।
The political firestorm erupted after Sawant targeted Shaina NC, who recently clinched a Shiv Sena ticket for the Maharashtra elections. Sawant did not stop at that. He went as far as labeling her an imported mal, a term that reeks of misogyny. Listen in to his inflammatory words.
उनकी हालत देखो ना भैया, जिंदगी भर वो भाजपा में रही, अब कहीं नहीं तो इनके दूसरे पार्टी में गई, और ये इम्पोर्टेड नहीं चलता यहाँ, इम्पोर्टेड माल नहीं चलता हमारे यहाँ ओरिजिनल माल चलता है, ओरिजिनल माल है हमारा।
Shaina NC, now a Shiv Sena candidate, has fired back at the Uddhav faction, calling out what she describes as a deeply regressive mindset. She is demanding a full apology from Sawant, making it clear that such comments are unacceptable.
ये वही अरविंद सावंत है जिन्होंने 2014-2019 में हमारी मदद ली है कैंपेन के लिए, एक लाडकी बहन की कैंपेन के लिए, उनके प्रचार के लिए, और आज वो यहाँ पेश करते हैं सबसे घिनौना कमेंट। ये मुझे कहना कि मैं इंपोर्टेड माल हूं। मैं आपको बोलना चाहती हूं कि माल का शब्द यानी कि आइटम, और इसने ना सिर्फ मॉडेस्टी ऑफ अ वुमन को लेके सवाल प्रश्न चिन्ह उठ रहे हैं, उनके बाजू में थे मुंबा देवी के एमएलए अमीन पटेल जो हंस रहे थे जब वो बोल रहे थे इंपोर्टेड माल।
But that's not all. Shaina has filed a formal FIR against Sawant, pushing for accountability over his offensive remarks.
बिल्कुल ये इनकी संस्कृति क्या है ये दिख रही है और हम इसका निषेध करते हैं। उनको माफी तो मांगनी पड़ेगी। आज हम एफआईआर अभी दाखिल करेंगे। अभी खुद शाइना एनसी जी आए हैं और ये खाली शाइना एनसी नहीं तो हर एक महिला का ये अपमान है और ये हम सहन नहीं
सारे नेता चुप हैं, उद्धव ठाकरे चुप हैं, आदित्य ठाकरे चुप।
मैं अभी आदित्य जी को और उद्धव जी को पूछना चाहूंगी, आपके सांसद अगर इस तरीके से महिलाओं के प्रति बात कर रहे तो आप उनके ऊपर क्या कार्रवाई करें?
लाड़की बहन योजना का फ्रस्ट्रेशन है क्या?
बिल्कुल लाड़की बहन रहने दो, लेक लाड़की असेल किंवा अन्नपूर्णा योजना असेल, ये सभी योजनाओं में महायुति ने महिलाओं को सम्मान दिया है और आज आपने उनका अपमान किया है, आपको माफी तो मांगनी पड़ेगी।
What's appalling and shocking is the fact that he refused to apologize and instead said that Shaina NC was creating a favorable narrative for herself.
पहली बात है मेरा बयान दोबारा बताओ ना भैया। बिना देखे आप लोग भी कैमरा लेके घूमते रहते हो कि कोई कुछ भी गलत बोल देगा आप मेरे अब पूछने आएंगे। पहले बयान तो देखो। बयान में मैंने उनका नाम भी नहीं लिया है, पहली बात। दूसरी बात है कि वहां हमारे कैंडिडेट खड़े हैं जो हमारे महाविकास आघाड़ी की कैंडिडेट। हमने बोला बाहर का कैंडिडेट नहीं चलता, यहाँ इंपोर्टेड माल नहीं चलेगा।
Meanwhile, outrage is spilling onto the streets of Mumbai, with BJP and Shiv Sena Eknath Shinde faction supporters standing together, calling for Sawant's immediate apology and condemning his words as a stain on Maharashtra's political discourse.
तो ये मानसिकता है कि महिलाओं को या किसी कैंडिडेट को वो इस प्रकार इस तरह का उद्बोधन करते हैं और ये उनकी सोच है।
With elections around the corner, Maharashtra's political atmosphere is on fire. The vile and sexist remarks from senior leaders are only adding fuel to the flames, raising questions about the basic standards of decorum. So where is Uddhav Thackeray? Will he finally step up and condemn these remarks? Will Arvind Sawant own up and apologize? The silence from the India Alliance is deafening, and the Mahayuti isn't backing down. They are ready to take this fight head on.